Hi darling, come on in. I just got the pot on. Hey, are you okay? Well, you don't need to lie to me. Jordan isn't home yet, but he'll be home soon enough, after practice. You're free to wait in his room, but come here. Just let the pot boil. It's got a while to go anyways. Talk to me. What happened? A girl. You think the older you boys get that it wouldn't be about girls anymore. You'd be trying to settle down for your family soon. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Women can be cruel. I know that firsthand. Well, I had to deal with that cruelty a lot when helping people out. I know. But you've always got to keep in mind in your heart that it's not all women. A lot, but not all. Eventually you'll find a woman that is loyal to you, that loves you for who you are. Not someone that's going to play you, convince you that they love you just for your wallet. Love shouldn't consist over money or transactional love. It should be about being with someone. Truly being in love with someone is commitment. It is a long-term wait. It's difficult, but it's a promise to be there even in the hardest days, even in the hardest rains. It's a promise never to give up. Of course. Why on earth would you want to give up? I know that playing the field sometimes and meeting people that aren't the right one, it's difficult. But that's the dopamine, and eventually that wears off. That high you get, that butterflies, that's just dopamine, honey. A lot of people don't even get in or past everything into a real relationship. But only because you feel like the love has faded doesn't mean it can be rekindled. Love can be reignited just by the littlest things. Now, it takes time to get to know someone, to fully trust someone to that state of mind. I don't want to see you sad, darling. I think of you as family. Chill. Shut up. All his friends call me that. No, but you have been there for my son the longest. Whenever he needed someone, I knew he'd never come talk to me. I'm his mother, but you were there for him. So allow me to be there for you and tell you that only because things fail in life doesn't mean it has to be the end. I know sometimes you can struggle to get out of bed or to continue forward. And everyone makes a mistake. We don't know everything in the world. It takes time. A lot of reading and a lot of understanding of who you are as a person. You gotta have your own space to grow. Ugh, this hay fever and pollen is really getting to me. Really? You don't have hay fever? Damn, you're one of the lucky few then. Ugh, I'm bad for it. Of course. What else am I supposed to do? Well, sometimes in life, you need to let people off on the road. And as hard as it may be to kick that person out of your car, this is a metaphor, of course, but sometimes it has to be done. Sorry, the sniffles. Ugh, it's god awful. But darling, listen to me when I say that. It isn't your fault. And I'm sorry that it's took so long for you to be told that you're worthy of love. You are worthy of love. Everyone is. Doesn't matter your gender. You're human. You have emotions, yet I don't want you to ever be bounded down by society. I taught my son well by that. You're allowed to feel. There's obviously a place and time. And I know it's more difficult for men than it is anyone else. Because you have to be strong. But a woman that can't stand by you at your worst does not deserve you at your best. You need someone that's truly going to love you. That's going to be there for thick and thin. You need someone that's going to love and appreciate you for you. You don't want someone that's just going to do it half-assed. It's going to be difficult though. And I really do hope you're the best. But although you need to leave people behind, you still need to spread your wings, darling. You need to be free. You can't let people and things hold you back from your dreams. Well, eventually they won't be around. Eventually they'll decide to make the same choice. Would you rather be first to leave or last? Think about it that way. Don't waste your time with someone that isn't going to love you for you. No matter how much you love them, if you know there's downs, if you know there's flaws, if you know that they don't meet that thing that you need in the future, I promise isn't good enough. Possibly still isn't good enough. You need that confirmation that they truly have the same ideals that you have. I mean, after all, you are who you are as a person, and there ain't no judgment here. Whether you like men, women, or both even. There ain't no judgment. I just want you to be yourself, to be happy. Of course. Do you think you can try for me? Do you think you can try harder? To get out of bed? I want you to try harder. I don't want you to lay there all day wishing your life away and hoping that tomorrow will be a different change. That isn't how this works. I need you to promise me that even in the days when you're depressed, that you're going to drag yourself out of bed. That you're going to put on your boots and you're going to go out there and you're going to try and work your ass off for the future that you deserve, not the future they say that you can achieve if you slave away for years. You deserve so much more and you are worthy of love. It's just going to be difficult to obtain. And sadly, I wish it didn't have to be that way, but it is. But love will find you. You shouldn't try to find it. Because then you meet the risk of bumping into people that aren't worth your time. That will ruin your time. You need to work on you. Build up your strength, build up your character, who you are as a person. You're young, you're only in your 20s. You have a choice. Even though sometimes it might seem like you don't have a choice, you do have a choice, darling. If you want freedom, you need to take it yourself. You need to learn knowledge and understanding. Do the opposite of what they taught you to do. Do you understand me? Good. Do the opposite of what they have trained you to do. Have goals. Have admiration of what it is that you hope for. I'm not crying, it's just hay fever. High counts of pollen today. And freshly cut grass. It's very windy as well. Good summer breeze though. Where I come from, the heat was never this strong. It's god awful. I can see you going places one day, but you need to keep your head down for it and work for it. You can't give up. Can't let them see you as weak. The only person you can be weak around is that woman. That woman that will truly love and understand you for you. That woman that will hold you after a long day and tell you that it's okay. If you need to break down, that she will still hold you and never think less of you. And you will find it. Don't tell yourself that you won't, you will find it. I promise you that. It's never impossible. It's just how you go around it. You can't give up that fight when you find the right woman. Well, I raised my son well, and I'll raise you the same. If you don't ever have anyone around to tell you that you're worth your life in gold, let me be the first, because you are. You're worth the whole world. Yeah, and my son. I know how much he cares about you, and I know how much you care about him. And I know that he would just want the best for you. Never think you're not allowed the best. You are. Okay. Well, you go hop up on the stairs, okay? I'll bring you guys up some snacks later. He'll be on in just about 3 minutes now, okay? Keep your head up, kiddo. You don't have to worry so much. I'm always here to help as much as I can. I can't give you the world, you'll need to earn that yourself. But I'll be here to help. Okay, kiddo? Good. I know, I can't really call you kiddo as you're in your 20s, but get over it. Right. Go upstairs and just wait on him. Well, I need to get... sorry, hiccups. I need to get back to cooking, you know? Well, my man's gonna be home soon enough, so gotta take care of him. Huh? What, sorry? It's a good question. For a very long time I always felt like something was missing. I always felt empty. I always felt like I couldn't achieve things, and look at me now. I'm finally a proud American in the US with my own child, and it's been about, how long now? About 25 years. I got the love of my life, and I got the dream I always wanted. Plus I'm doing my dream job as well, and I'm being a housewife at the same time. Nothing is impossible if you put your heart and mind to it and don't get depressed for a long time. I spent most days drifted away in a different place. I spent most days hating the world around me because everyone is so toxic and self-absorbed. But, that's the good thing. You are who you want to be, not what you're forced to be. Well, of course, but being in a traditional relationship is something I always wanted. Someone I knew I could fully trust and that would protect me and my babies at all time. I love it. I worked hard to be better for myself and for my children. And I got my dream dress when I moved here and felt beautiful. For a long time I always looked for a partner for marriage. Yeah, yep. He's my first ever person I've ever actually fully been with. And he'll be the last. Because I give him all of me. I give him every part of my soul to keep and to protect. I trust him with everything. A long distance relationship is not easy, I can tell you that. We had our downfalls, but we made it work. Now look at us. Even for the hard times or money struggles, we made it. Most women in this generation care a lot about money. I never did. What can I say? I always knew I'd make it through it. I worried about money, but I never cared about money. That's the difference. We need it to survive, but, well, that's a controversy for another day. You don't necessarily need it to survive. The world tells you that. Not necessarily true. It's good if you know what you're doing, if you pick the right partner, the right woman, and she picks the right man. If you try to pick a man that shows abusive traits and so on, constant drinking and stuff like that, it's not going to be good for you. It's part of a traditional relationship, you know? And it's all about compromise and understanding. Actually, that's most relationships. That's why most relationships fail. There isn't compromise or communication. You'll get a hang of it. If you need any more advice or any help, come to me, okay? Alright, as I said, I need to get back to this. Come here, kiddo. I promise it's gonna be okay. Just take your time to be yourself. Find out who you are first before you rush into a relationship that might destroy you further if you haven't healed from the last. Alright, head up to the room, okay? Of course, darling. Have a good one. I'll bring you up a tray of brownies later on. Of course. Boys will be boys.